Hey y'all, just wanted to get a quick video of Baldurs Gate 3 running on here. So one of the big things with this game is I've been forced to run it in mouse mode, not gamepad mode, because anytime I put it in gamepad mode, it reads both inputs and puts a split screen with both controllers. So it runs two characters, but I have it in 1080p. All low settings. I have FSR set to, what do I have FSR set to actually? Let's go to video. I have it at 1080p. I've been playing it at 40 FPS frame rate lock, and it's been perfectly fine, but I just put it up just so you guys can see that it does get sometimes 50. I have it at ultra quality. When I had it at performance, I didn't notice that it was getting any more frames, and it just didn't look as good. But I will show you what I mean with the split screen. And I looked on the internet, and I saw that the solution basically is to turn off like Xbox game bar or something. They said if you have Xbox Game Bar or even Steam, I'm not playing on Steam right now, but they said if you have Xbox Game Bar or Steam input running a controller as well, that it will read both controllers, and then it will split screen you, which I'm gonna, right now I have it in mouse mode. I'm gonna reach back here and switch it to gamepad mode, and after like a certain amount of time, you'll get like a couple minutes, and then after, if you hit like a cutscene or get into a fight, the other character will automatically, yep, there he goes right there. So the other character shows up, and then the only thing you can do is you can send him back to the camp, and then you'll go back into like single player mode. But then as soon as you after a couple minutes, you do another action or loot something or get a cutscene, he'll pop back up. So, and as you can see, now that I'm rendering both characters, I'm getting like 35 frames per second, whereas before I was getting like 50. So let me show you what I mean about getting rid of the second character. Well, where is it? I press the start button, and then it will do both. But I'll just click one. It'll do this one first, and then see he's gone. And then now I can play single player again, and I can send it back to the camp if I want. But I guess we're getting into a fight here. And there he goes. You see what I mean? It just automatically comes back. So, also I don't mind turn-based games, but I prefer playing like Fire Emblem, kind of with the grid turn-based, not with this kind of like free roaming. This kind of reminds me of that Mario and Rabbids game, which actually that game was a lot of fun, and I like that game. But yeah, I'm not really enjoying the turn-based combat in this game too much, so I probably will not continue playing this. And also just because I can't figure out, I turned off the Xbox Game Bar in the Task Manager, and I don't have the Steam input on, but I cannot figure out how to get this thing to stop split screening, and it's a common problem because when I looked it up on a search engine, there was a lot of people saying just close the Xbox Game Bar, just close whatever, etc., and it will stop. But let me look in the Task Manager again and see if there is. There's Xbox right there, so I think it maybe I have to go to Task Scheduler and stop it from opening or something, because I keep closing it and it keeps opening. And I don't know if we also have the GPD keyboard assistant, so I don't know if I need to close that or something to get it to stop doing the dual split screen controllers. But as I said, I'm not really that much of a fan of this game, and it takes up a lot of space, and I only have a 512 gigabyte hard drive SSD, so I probably will just delete this. And also, one thing that I noticed with the drive temperature for this game, in all the other games I've played, the drive temperature only gets up to like 66 degrees Celsius. In this game, it definitely gets up to 88. That's the hottest that I've seen it get. And once it gets hot, it takes a long time while you're playing, it won't go down. But when you stop playing, it will go down over time. But like, for example, if my CPU goes up to 88 degrees, like in a specific scene or a specific part of the game, but then I get in a less taxing part of the game, the CPU will go down back to like 77. Whereas the what I've noticed with the SSD is once it gets hot, it just stays hot until you stop playing. But yeah, this thing does make the SSD hot. I still have no heat issues with touching anything and playing. It is warm, especially on the trackpad. It's definitely warm, but nothing that would like stop me from playing. But that's Baldur's Gate 3 for y'all. I think it looks pretty good. It does play at like 50 to 40 FPS. It's just because it keeps forcing the split screen. But I'm gonna let me get rid of this other character. Let me do it the right. Let me see. Yeah, see, you have to. Okay, there we go. Let me get rid of him, and then let me put it into mouse mode. I don't want to go back to the title screen, but maybe it'll force me to. Okay, no. Yeah, so now that it's in mouse mode, but the thing is, when you do the WASD, it just moves the camera around, and then you have to hold the, I think the middle mouse click, which is the trigger. So you have to hold the middle mouse click to turn it around, and then when you start moving around the map, the camera just starts going all over the place. So I personally don't like playing it in this mode. If you were having an actual mouse and keyboard plugged in, then that wouldn't be so bad, but it kind of defeats the purpose of having the gamepad controls if you can't play with the gamepad controls as if it was a gamepad. But perhaps if you're into this game, you could figure out what other program is running in the background that's using a controller input that is causing it to have a split screen. But I don't care that much about the game personally, so I'm probably just gonna stop playing it, and that'll be fine for me. But as you can see, once I got rid of the other character, it's back up to like 45 FPS. And then, yeah, like I said, you hold the middle mouse click to move it around, and like I said, I was just capping it at 40 FPS, but game looks great, honestly. I just don't like the combat style. The story was also, well, I only just started it, but I mean the cutscenes looked great, but just not my combat style.